Are we still recording? So,
we're going to talk about if your pet,
yes,
or some of our patients, if your pet
yes,
were a D&D character.
and in our line of work, we see many pets every day, so we have a wealth of material to pull from.
Exactly.
We see everything from very small animals to very large.
Technically still a small animal,
It's
even
just
though
small animal.
the category in and of itself, we see things from 5 pounds or less to 185 pounds.
We've seen the bigums.
Yes.
The bigums boys.
So we're going to start with a pet we've recently seen. Mm-hmm. You want to start with Willow?
Willow's good. We
just saw Willow.
like, they're both, and I say this with all the love in my entire heart, they're both kind of blank slates.
They really are. No, I understand. They've definitely got their personality traits. I will say the trouble we'll have when we test with Smile is, as we've seen talking about Nova, our own pets, that he's changed as he's gotten older.
There's age there.
And so Smile has matured into her, so we'll just have to see what her mature D&D character is.
Yeah, just imagine whatever class we come up with, like a cool old version of that class.
I'm here
because
for it, though.
There's nothing I love more, and this is real shit. There is nothing I love more than a gray-haired paladin.
I was thinking paladin too.
Yeah, like a gray, like Smile feels very, but like, is there a subclass of paladin that's very gentle? Like,
yes.
What is the gentlest
Yes.
paladin?
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We're gonna put a pin in that.
Pin in that.
Stay tuned for our Smile episode.
We're gonna get there.
Okay, Willow though.
Yeah.
So Willow is a young female small breed dog.
Yes.
And she's got like curly white
Sheepy
fur.
hair.
Yes.
Very sheepy looking.
Yes, that definitely needs to be groomed.
Yes.
She is very excitable. Mm-hmm. What do you think, like, should we, like, go through the, like, stats just to see, like, where she falls with her highest categories? The tricky part is I automatically want to give them all high charisma, even though we definitely have some patients that do not fall in the high charisma category.
We do, but they're
know.
so lovable.
I know.
So, like, in his charisma, what is the real meat
You know?
of charisma?
There is-
That's also a good topic.
Well, you know, and actually in the 2024 D&D Player's Handbook, they actually describe what that is.
What is it?
Can we pause the recording and then go back? We sure can. And we're back. Thanks so much for bearing with us on that one. So, 2024 D&D actually goes into the 6 abilities and what they represent.
Yes.
So, or what it measures. So, it says that strength measures physical might. Dexterity measures agility, reflexes, and balance. Constitution reflects your health and stamina, which makes sense. Intelligence is reasoning and memory.
Okay.
I kind of appreciate that they've actually, like...
This is what intelligence is.
Yes.
But why? Okay.
I know, that's a whole other thing.
That's
a whole other topic.
Put a pin in it.
Wisdom is perceptiveness and mental fortitude. Mm-hmm. And then charisma is confidence, poise, and charm.
So poise is where it's going to get a lot of them.
Yes.
Because, but I also feel like it's entirely possible to be incredibly charming and have no poise whatsoever.
Or no confidence, right? Because I mean, like, I think that is... When I think of a lot of, like, the pets that we know, they are so charming. We love them instantly. And they are hiding behind their parents, like, cowering. But they're so freaking cute.
The little black cat that hid under the blanket
under
next
the blanket.
to the couch.
The
whole time. And it was just her little booty poking out from underneath the blankie. And it was very sweet. And it's like, I love you.
Yeah.
You're perfect in every way, shape, and form.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, I think that helps, though. So, Willow... Mm-hmm. She's got probably pretty average strength.
Yeah.
I mean, she's maybe
I was holding her today.
Yeah.
She is more dexterous than she is strong.
I agree with that.
She is very good at spinning out of.
Becoming liquid and getting out of the grapple.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So, okay. So, higher dexterity, average to maybe like 9-ish on strength.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm going to say
9 or 10?
9 or 10. Yeah.
You don't have to agree with me. It's okay.
Because she's super healthy.
She is young and healthy.
I'm thinking, like, constitution, but she definitely got a little bit tired by the end of that.
Sure.
So, like, maybe the endurance, maybe the stamina.
So maybe the constitution is also...
Is lower. Like,
average?
strength and con are average.
I hate to give anything, like, under a 10 on the con. She is healthy,
Yeah.
so I think that
She's
10...
healthy.
So I would say 10 would probably be the lowest I'd want to give her.
Agreed.
Because if she's, like, a sickly patient of ours, then their con will be a little bit lower. It says health and stamina.
You're right. You're not... Yeah. Okay.
Intelligence. Reasoning and memory. I think she's one of the smarter dogs.
I think she's very smart.
So...
Yes.
I think she's a smarter dog.
Okay.
Wisdom, perceptiveness, and mental fortitude.
I love Willow. I would not call her wise.
I would not either. I completely agree with that.
She's very smart and very sweet.
I agree.
Maybe not wise.
Agreed. So if we have to pick, I mean, intelligence is going to be higher than wisdom for her.
Yeah.
Okay. And then her charisma, obviously we think she's charismatic. She's pretty confident.
She's very confident.
I think she's, yeah.
Yeah, she'll get right up in your face.
Poise?
Maybe?
Meh.
No,
It's not the worst,
no.
but maybe not the best.
She has a very good sit.
And she's got all the charm.
Yes, so much charm.
All the charm.
It's the ear tufts.
The ear tufts do help.
And the mohawk.
They do help.
We're painting a really fun picture of a dog.
We sure
if you've
are.
never seen...
This type of dog.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I agree. So, okay, so she's got high dexterity, intelligence, and charisma. Mm-hmm. And so based on kind of just the facts, if you will,
Bard.
I'm going to go to another. I think Bard is good. Mm-hmm. I think Bard is actually probably a really good one.
She's got really sharp hands, though. Don't forget.
I was going to say Monk. Monk was something I thought about, but that's really more wisdom, and she's not really wise, like we just said. So, trying to get to the... Here we go. Well, okay. So, going through the classes, the major classes, she's obviously not a barbarian.
No.
She could be a bard.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have the wisdom to be a cleric or a druid.
That's reasonable. I think that those are all too, like, soft hands.
Yes, she's not a soft
She's
hand
not
dog.
soft hands.
I agree.
Sweet face. Not
Fighters, not really her. Not really what I'm getting for
She
her.
she doesn't swing first.
No. And then the monks are dexterity and wisdom, and she's got the dexterity, but I don't really think she has the wisdom of it. Mm-mm. She could make a fun monk character, but I don't think she'd be like a strong...
Like, there has to be a subclass that is similar to, like, the barbarian, like, Path of Wild Magic barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
So if there was a wild magic monk.
Well, let's take a perusal.
Yeah. If there was a fun, silly color spray monk.
I can see that. Okay. Well, let's see. There's Warrior of Mercy, which manipulate forces of life and death, so they're the healer monks.
Mm-hmm. Not that one.
No. Warrior of Shadow, harness shadow power for self and subterfuge. Not really.
She's not very subterfuge-y.
Elements, wield strikes and bursts of elemental power. I don't hate it for her, but it doesn't scream Willow when I see this.
No. And, like, also, just by the way, the art in the newest Player's Handbook is beautiful.
Yes.
I love a big picture book that tells me about my favorite thing in the entire world.
It's true.
D&D.
It's true.
Yes.
And then the last one is Warrior of the Open Hand, which they master unarmed combat techniques. And this is the one... Again, there's not really like the closest one to like magic monk is probably going to be the Way of the Elements, but I just don't think that fits.
That's not, yeah, no, I agree.
But Way of the Open Hand is going to probably be the most her for like punchy hands.
She got punchy hands.
She's got some punchy hands.
She does.
So
put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it.
That one's good.
That one's not bad. Paladin, if it was dex, you can make a dex-based paladin, as I know, playing currently a dex-based paladin, so you can. But strength and charisma are the big ones. I don't see her as a paladin.
No.
I don't think she's got the paladin. Ranger, no. She's not a ranger.
No.
Rogue, she's not a rogue.
Really?
I said the same thing about Trixie. Talk to me.
So it's one of those things that she's very, because you can have like a charisma based rogue.
I think Nova in his prime would be I think he'd be a high charisma rogue.
Exactly. So like a high charisma, very much like she'll sneak in for the snuggles.
I mean, she sneak attacked my face.
Exactly.
Intensely. So that's a fair point.
Like, I feel like the dexterity to get away from grapples. Like, monks are very slippery.
They are.
Monks are hard to pin down.
Yep.
That's kind of part of their whole thing.
Yep.
And she is.
Mm-hmm.
And like, as it is with all classes, like, you can be anything with any class.
Sure.
Like, you can play any class in any way you want to. Mm-hmm. And, like, I think that a rogue who looked like a bard on the outside, but was a rogue on the inside...
I love that.
Would be so fun.
And I love that.
When I see Willow, and Trixie as well, like,
sure.
That's what I see. It's like, you look so fun, and so happy, and so silly. You are going to punch me in my face when I'm not looking.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I can actually see that. And I think that's a fair point. That's a very interesting point, is that she could be a rogue, but look like a bard.
She looks like yeah.
I like that.
That's the whole rogue thing. You play
it's
a sneaky...
True. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And she's got the intelligence to go with it, because I think a rogue needs to be intelligent and charisma. Okay, I'm liking bard and rogue, and the fact that we've said that now for a couple of different animals is interesting. But I do think that Willow and Trixie are similar in a lot of ways.
They are. They kind of fall into the same.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep,
they are.
Sorcerer.
Okay,
I don't hate it. But I don't know that her charisma is high enough to, like, scream sorcerer. Because I think if you're a sorcerer, no offense to Jazz, charisma is basically all you got.
No offense, Jazz.
She's a god now, and it was.
It's fine.
And it worked, though, right? Because, I mean, she was able to... I know you didn't play a lot with her, but she was able to really talk her way out of most things.
We're good.
And so I don't hate that choice for her.
Okay.
Because, okay.
But talk to me about it. Talk to me about it.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the subclasses again, because that's really the question. Because, like you said, you can really flavor... Like, if I'm looking at sorcerer overall, I'm thinking...
Riz.
Charisma. Whole way.
Ugh. Edit that out. I didn't say Riz. That's gross.
Edit that. But the subclasses really, like, give you all of the flavor to just, like... Right, because, like, I mean, the class itself is like a potato.
Yes.
You can do so many things with a potato that saying it's a potato doesn't really give you any information whatsoever.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is a potato. What kind?
What kind of potato?
Is it cheesy? Is it fried?
Right, exactly. Is this a baked potato?
Mushed?
Is it a roasted potato? Is it a mashed potato? Or is it a French fry? They're all different. They're all delicious, but I just don't know what kind it is.
A hash brown.
Anyway, yeah, see?
It, like, that...
kind of the stupidest but best analogy.
Beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Are we 10 minutes in? I hope so. Sorry, YouTube.
We are.
Yes! Yes! Cleared that hurdle.
Nailed it. So, sorcerer subclass options.
Yes.
Aberrant sorcery. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, it is aberrant.
Okay. So, now...
Okay.
I don't think this fits Willow.
I don't think Willow was touched by oh god.
Right. So,
but
the problem I'm having is that with this subclass, until they really flavored it Cthulhu-esque.
They made it icky.
They did.
Cool.
They did make it icky.
You just look at it, yuck.
It's so true.
Many things are just yuck.
Yes, but when they the homebrew or the Tasha's version, was it Tasha? I don't remember where it was.
Probably. Yes.
I think it was Tasha.
Yes.
It wasn't icky.
No, it was just weird.
It was beautiful in some ways. And so when I think of this subclass, I think of Lissa, Dreamwalker.
Yes.
Very much like mind powers, but not in any way, shape, or form icky. I could see her being a sorcerer with the dream-walking cuteness.
Yes.
I mean, maybe there's a little ickiness at the back.
Well, I mean... what did we do today?
Yeah.
You know?
Clean out some icky ears.
That was kind of icky.
It was kind of icky.
She had a dread in her ear.
Each one, yeah.
But it's okay. We love her.
So, I say, like, she doesn't give me icky vibes, but I could see that.
But she does give that, like, there is more going on behind your eyes. There is more going on underneath there than you show. Because you are a cute, funny little white dog.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
A cute, funny little white dog with personality. And you're, no offense to any little white dog owners that are currently listening. But
sorry, chat.
Sorry, guys. But, she's not your average little white dog.
That's true. To be fair, I do love little white dogs.
There are some really good ones out there.
I think they have a lot of charm.
Okay.
I think they're really cute. But that's just me. Anyway, moving on from that.
Moving on.
The next subclass is clockwork sorcery. She does not have enough smarts or things going in there, although... Is there actually anything in here that requires... I mean, there's nothing in here that requires them to be intelligent, but when I imagine...
Possum stuff. There's possum stuff happening.
Possum
Chat,
stuff?
I don't think they got the possum.
No, those look like empty cages.
Those are two empty traps, which is good, because we like our possums.
Yeah, they look like empty traps.
Okay.
Okay. There's nothing about clockwork sorcery that I think requires them to be intelligent, but in my brain, to have that, like...
It feels like it makes you intelligent.
Right? Because that's just how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
anything that is that ordered.
Yeah.
Like there has to be an element of order there.
And I think that, maybe order is the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't necessarily have to have intelligence for order to be a top priority.
No.
Well, let me read some of the abilities and see if that, So, level 3, they get Restore Balance. Your connection to the plane of absolute order allows you to equalize chaotic moments. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can take a reaction to prevent it from being affected by advantage or disadvantage. That's interesting.
That's just interesting, though.
Yeah.
What?
So basically, I think it's any creature. So, if I was a clockwork sorcerer and you were about to make an attack with disadvantage, I'd be like, you know what? No. Just a straight attack.
Actually, you're fine.
Realistically, it'd be, especially if it was a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. Or you can use it against a monster.
Whoop.
No advantage for you. So that's interesting. Level 6, they get Bastion of Law. You can tap into the grand equation of existence to imbue a creature with a shimmering shield of order. As a magic action, you can expend 1 to 5 sorcery points to create a magical ward around yourself or another creature you can see within 30 feet. The ward is represented by a number of d8s equal to the number of sorcery points spent to create it. When the warded creature takes damage, it can expend a number of those dice, roll them, and reduce the damage taken by the total rolled on those dice. The ward lasts until you finish a long rest or until you use that feature again.
What the fuck?
That's so cool.
Okay. Oh.
That's so cool.
That's cool. That's very cool. That's extremely cool. I'm very excited about that. First of all, hello, Hecna. This is where I'm going. Yes. Thank you very much.
I love that.
That's
cool.
That's what I've decided.
I love that.
I'm just maybe.
I love
potentially.
That.
It's either that I want to do sorcerer. I either want to do the dragon one.
Mm-hmm.
They're little dragons that look like crows.
I think that's adorable and I'm here for it.
Or clockwork, because that feels very circusy to me.
I can see that.
Kind
of behind the curtain.
Mm-hmm. And it's it's a circus that only happens at night. Mm-hmm. The clock.
Yeah. I love that.
Yes.
So then there's draconic sorcery, which she is not.
No.
And then there's wild magic sorcery, which I don't really think she could be. You could convince me that she was, but I don't read this and think her either.
I feel like wild magic sorcerer is a little bit too explosive.
I agree.
Because she's
with that,
not explosive to me.
Correct.
She's just kind of...
I agree.
She walks to the beat of her own drum.
I agree. Warlock.
Okay. You could convince me.
I was going to say, she could be.
Anybody could be a warlock.
I agree. I mean, the patrons are a celestial patron. She's not. A fiend patron.
Archfey, though.
Archfey, though. I agree. Because the other ones are what? Archfey and Great Old One. Mm-hmm. We already said she's not a Great Old One. But she could be Archfey. Where the heck did it go? Oh, I skipped it. Okay. And then lastly, Wizard. I don't think she's got that much intelligence to be a wizard.
But what are the different subclasses of wizard? Like, once again, like, we've got options.
You're right. So then we have... Pardon me, I'm flipping through the book right now.
We'll get there.
Abjurer. Shield companions and banish foes.
No.
I'm not really feeling that one. Diviner. Learn the secrets of the multiverse. So divination.
A little bit too out there. A little bit too invested. I don't think that she would be that invested in anything.
I agree with that. I don't think that fits her personality. Like, I could see that for a dog who is like very like wary or cautious or whatever, and she doesn't have that amount of like wisdom, even though it's an intelligence thing.
Any dog that does not have eyeballs is a diviner. Fun fact,
cool.
They're all oracles. But no, any dog that, I have always believed this, any dog that does not have eyeballs is an oracle. Blind oracles. Every single one of them.
I love that.
Every single one.
I love that, and I'm here for it.
They're mystical beings, and I will protect them with my entire life.
I love that for them. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then there's Evoker. Create explosive elemental effects. We already said she was not. Illusionist. Weave subtle spells of deception.
That one.
Okay, so...
Because that one falls just enough into Rogue and Bard.
I agree with that. Now, Rogue, she could do Arcane Trickster.
True.
Okay, so our options are Bard, Rogue, Monk, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. That's already too many. Okay, let's narrow this down.
I'm not feeling Warlock.
I'm not really feeling Bard.
Cool. Perfect.
So then that leaves us with Monk, Rogue, Sorcerer, and Wizard.
Okay.
I think those are fair. Okay, so Monk, she's not that slippery.
She's not that slippery, and I don't think, like, monks have that wisdom.
Yep.
Element that she, like, even though she's a lovely dog, monks have that, like, they know when to strike.
Right.
They know when to throw the punch.
Right.
Willow just kind of throws them willy-nilly.
That's true. I agree with that. So it's really Rogue, Sorcerer, and Wizard.
Yes.
I feel best about those. Mm-hmm. I think that Rogue, Arcane Trickster.
Yes.
Gives her a lot of versatility. The only thing I don't love about that is that she's not really that devious.
She's not. Like, she's not a tricksy lady.
Yeah.
Like, she's not, sorry, Trixie. But, like, she's not devious in the way of, and, like, not all arcane tricksters have to be devious.
Right, just like all trickster
clerics.
Right, trickery clerics don't have to be.
No.
Right.
Some of them are the best clerics that have ever been.
So, I like Rogue. I don't know that it fits her quite as much. I'm kind of liking the Wizard.
Me too.
And I'm kind of liking Sorcerer.
Okay, so Wizard or Sorcerer?
I'm not putting Rogue out of there yet. So let's talk through Wizard and Sorcerer. So Sorcerer, it would specifically be Aberrant Mind. I think for her.
Yes.
Because she's not Clockwork, she's not Draconic, she's not...
The other one.
Wild Magic. Sorry, Raj. So Aberrant Mind, I could see that. Because she's got a little bit of kind of weirdness there. She's charismatic enough, she's slippery enough. She's got
just that 1,000-yard stare sometimes.
Yep.
She really does.
She does. So I don't hate that.
No. Okay.
And then Illusionist Wizard. Illusions. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's again a little bit on the like devious subterfuge.
I always put the B in it. I think it's subterfuge. I think it's subterfuge. Subterfuge doesn't sound like a... That sounds like you're saying it wrong.
It does.
I'm sorry.
I think I am if I say it that way. So, I mean, I don't think that that's wrong because you don't have to play it that way. So I think, I mean, for her, I like the idea of that. I think she's intelligent enough to be an illusionist wizard.
Absolutely.
And so I think she's got that down. We were literally talking about that she would do good at the buttons.
Mm-hmm. She would do so good, yes.
So then she's smart enough to do illusionist wizard.
And, like, illusionists can cast different spells that give them tongues, correct? Like, that's like just like a wizard spell.
Yeah.
I know she would use the talkie buttons.
She absolutely would. So I like that. How do you feel about sorcerer and rogue? How are you feeling about those 3 options for her?
You convinced me with the aberrant mind sorcerer. You got, like, it took me a second to get there, but I got there. And it's one of those things that's, like, I can definitely see when I clocked the 1,000-yard stare that she gets sometimes, like the full pant 1,000-yard stare, it's like something's talking to you inside of your head. Are you okay?
Yeah. So which 2 are you between them?
Aberrant mind and illusionist.
Okay, me too. I agree.
She's a caster.
She's a caster.
At the very least, she's a caster.
So the question is, I mean, I think that she is charismatic. Again, we're going to see every pet as being charismatic because we love them.
Yeah, they're all charismatic.
But I think she's also intelligent. So I really think she could go either way. I have my gut opinion.
Okay.
Do you have your gut opinion?
It's a coin toss for me because my only thing with the 2 that we've narrowed it down to, and we're gonna circle back, but we can't. What we've narrowed it down to is like she's still very punchy. So which of the 2 is punchier? I'm
gonna say sorcerer.
Yeah, like I think a wizard would break their hand if they swung on me.
Whereas, a sorcerer is going to have... they're all a little con artisty. They've got a little dark side to them. They've got a dagger in their boot.
They can all punch.
They can. They've all got that dagger somewhere.
Absolutely.
So I think that for me, my gut reaction was to say aberrant mind sorcerer.
I'm in. Let's
Which
go.
goes back to the charisma that we thought she was initially. I think there's a little bit of the ick in it. She's got that little bit. Now the question I have, how did she get her powers?
But so she was an orphan from overseas, correct?
She was. That's correct. She is. Yes.
Okay. So she had to travel across... My toe keeps popping away.
No, you're fine.
She had to travel, right?
Yes.
So at some point in time,
yep,
during her journey, something happened.
Yeah.
Right?
I know she probably flew over because it's 2025.
Yes.
But let's say, because it's a D&D world, that she traveled by ship. Because she's not going to travel by airship, she's going to travel by ship.
Yeah.
What if in the night, on the seas, a big storm or something happens? And maybe it's not your usual storm, but maybe there's some sort of
weirdly colored lightning.
Oh my god, yes,
strange lightning.
What if she goes through the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes,
goes through the Bermuda Triangle, and that's how she gets her powers.
What? Okay, this is a super hard tangent. What is the word for It's not opalescent. It's not pearlescent. But a multicolored, light refracting thing. Because it might be either, not not holographic.
Not chromatic. Not chromatic.
I don't know. Because I'm thinking about, maybe it's pearlescent like lightning. So, as it strikes, it's got, the glimmers on it.
Yeah.
And, she goes above deck to check out, what's going on. Why is the sea so turbulent?
Yeah.
And, she sees the lightning slow down. And it's time is gradually stopping. And as the lightning goes to strike her, time stops. And she has a conversation.
Or she reaches out and touches it.
She touches it. That's even better. I was going to say,
it, slows down as it's, coming towards her.
So, and it gives her the opportunity to
touch it.
Not catch it, but touch it. Intercept it with a single puppy toe. Okay. Ooh.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
And now she has the best moms ever.
I love that.
And she's just living her best life with these crazy powers.
I love that. I think that is a great story for Miss Willow.
Great first episode.
We're
doing good. Okay.
I think that's it. We're going to do episode 2, trying a different testing microphone, and talk about Willow.
Yeah.
No, Smile.
Smile. The
Son
other
of a
one.
biscuit eater.
Bye.
Bye.